Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the live stream of the USCSF Constitution Bowl. We are excited about tonight's competition.
That's right, Carmen. These students have studied our great Constitution over the course of the school year. In fact, some are returning from previous years. These young ladies and gentlemen really know their stuff.
Tonight, we have 5 teams of high school students representing the 4 high schools in Nassau County, along with 1 team representing the homeschool students.
Well, Carmen and I, along with Edgewater Wealth Management of Raymond James, are proud to be the title sponsor of tonight's U.S. Constitution Bowl. Let's head over to Yulee High School and join the action.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rudy Joinville, proud principal of Yulee High School. I want to welcome you to Yulee High School, home of the Hornets. Tonight, you'll witness some of the best students throughout Nassau County, including a team representing homeschool students. Each of them has spent countless of hours investing extracurricular time learning our Constitution. So settle in and proudly watch them capably compete for some great scholarship made possibly by your support and donations to the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation. I have to admit, I'm a little biased. I'm secretly rooting for Yulee High School. Next, I'd like to introduce Al Watson, president of the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation. Thank you.
Well, good evening. Good evening. We like to start all of our meetings with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, so if you'd stand with me and pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, I must say, this is quite the evening. In addition to the live audience we have here at Yulee High School, we have over 70 people joining us and attending a live streaming event at the Ocean Club at the Amelia Island Plantation. We also have a national promotion of this evening's program by the Heritage Foundation and the Conservation Partnership Institute, as well as 4,500 potential subscribers of Amelia Island TV and 2,200 subscribers to the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation. So, this is quite an audience, not only here, but even across the country. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you join us for this very special event. For those of you not familiar with the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation, we are an education and scholarship organization dedicated to increasing knowledge and understanding of the U.S. Constitution and our American heritage. We were founded as a 501c3 organization just 5 years ago, and the foundation was formed out of a concern for the declining level of understanding and training of the Constitution and our American heritage. Since inception, thanks to our very, very generous donors, we have given over $110,000 in scholarships. And just this year alone, thank you so much, donors. But this year alone, we're giving over $40,000 to our students here in Nassau County. $40,000. So, the goal of the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation is to teach the next generation to not only know their rights, also to appreciate and exercise principles that make our nation great for all people. With excellent curriculum, totally invested instructors, guest speakers, attorneys, judges, legal scholars, interactions with all of these people, our students graduate with a solid foundation to go into any profession. And that's because an understanding of the Constitution helps our students become better citizens, better voters, better parents, better neighbors, and better able to carry this great nation forward. It helps all of us be better as we work to ensure the promise of liberty and justice for all. So this evening, in addition to Mr. Joinville, we have two very special educators with us, Dr. Kathy Burns, our Nassau County School Superintendent, who is a major champion of this program, and Natasha Drake, the Nassau County Secondary Education Director, another generous champion of the Constitution Scholarship Foundation and our cause. And now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Drake.
Good evening. On behalf of the Nassau County School Board, thank you for being here and offering family and community support for these students. Throughout our entire school system here in Nassau County, we have great students, great teachers, and an extraordinarily strong commitment to teaching civics and all that entails. Tonight, you will see some of our best students who have invested themselves in these studies. We are certain that they will have an impact on their peers here in our high schools and wherever life takes them. Some will pursue careers in law or criminal justice or social services. But most of all, our desire is that they become successful Americans with a sense of justice and duty and equality. That is what the U.S. Constitution stands for and what it teaches. It endures these 245 years because it protects us, it guides us, and it defines us. I hope you will enjoy tonight's competition. There are bragging rights, college scholarships, and that very cool trophy at stake. Now let me introduce the co-founder of the U.S. Constitution, Howard Pines.
Thank you, Natasha, and thank you so much for the support by you and Superintendent Kathy Burns. We are very excited to be part of the Constitution Bowl competition, which we call the Nassau County Academic Super Bowl. We want to take a minute to also thank the other educators who helped us make this event possible. Principals, Yulee, Yvonne Joinville, Fernandina Beach, Chris Weber, Hilliard, Tammy Johnson, and West Nassau, Dan Snyder. In addition, this event would not be possible without the time and effort put in by the school coaches. West Nassau's Kayla Bryan, Yulee's Alex Lovino, Hilliard's Michelle Anders and Robert McCannell, Fernandina's Steve Rathman, and the homeschooled Wyatt Jeremiah. The Constitution Bowl is similar to the GE College Bowl in that there will be two rounds, the elimination round and the final round. All 5 teams will participate in the elimination round, which will last 30 minutes. The 2 top scoring teams will advance to the final round, which will last 20 minutes. In both rounds, there will be 2 types of questions. Each round will begin with a toss-up question worth 5 points. And the team that correctly answers the toss-up question will have a chance to answer a bonus question, also worth 5 points. Each team will have a different player in a specific order responsible for answering the toss-up question. The moderator, Bradley Bean, will determine who answered first, and the player will have 5 seconds to answer the toss-up question. The team who answers the toss-up question correctly will have 20 seconds to answer a bonus question and can consult with teammates on that question. The judges before us are Judge Adrian Soud, Dr. Sharon Foster, and they will make the decisions in regard to if something's right or wrong. The scorekeepers are Tricia Dunleavy and the University of Us Director of Operations, Cheryl Wood, and the timekeeper is Tim Dunleavy. So, best to all the teams. And with this, I'll turn the event over to our moderator, Bradley Bean, who will run the competition.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is so great to be with you tonight. Let's get down to business with our hardworking students up here. As you just heard, I am Bradley Bean. If you live in the city limits of Fernandina Beach, I'm happy to be your city commissioner. And if you live anywhere else in Nassau County, I am proud to be your neighbor. So it is so great to be with you. Now, we have a lot of people watching at home. We have a lot of people watching here. So if you are with us tonight in person, we encourage, if you want to clap, cheer, and root on your students, feel free to do so. It's going to be a very interactive event with the crowd. And before we get started, let's introduce just a few public officials that are with us. We heard Kathy Burns was here. We want to thank Judge Foster for being with us today. Now, there are a number of other judges with us, but we'll be talking with them and at interviews later on in the program, so you won't, but we also would be remiss if we didn't mention Representative Yarborough is here. So thank you for coming all the way back from Tallahassee. It's a real pleasure to have you. But with that, we have the competition of the season for you right here at the second ever U.S. Constitution Bowl. It's going to be a great time. These students have been preparing for years, getting ready for this event right here. There's going to be scholarships won, scholarships lost, and there's going to be the friends we made along the way. So all that will be had and more with this evening's event. So without further ado, we've already warmed up off camera. We've gotten started, so we are ready to jump right in. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please get ready for, I'm going to get the questions out as we keep going. So just, we're ready to go. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Round one, question one. Toss up. The office of the president is covered by which article of the Constitution? That is Hilliard.
Second article.
And the second article is correct. We'll give that to you. Hilliard. Hilliard, bonus question, just for Hilliard. With respect to freedom of religion, name one of the two things the Constitution guarantees.
Practice.
Will we take practice? We'll give it to Hilliard. Time. That's time. Excellent. Thank you so much. Toss-up question number two. It's a toss-up. Which amendment repealed the 18th Amendment? Yulee.
21.
That is correct. Yulee, bonus question. What is the single most important feature of the Republican form of government set forth in the Constitution of the United States?
Checks and balances?
We will.
We're going to give it to him.
We'll take it. We were also would have accepted checks. Oh, no, separation of powers. You guys said checks and balances, so we'll take it. Same thing. Simple. That's right. Toss up. How many chambers make up U.S. Congress and name them? Home education.
The United States Senate and the United States House of Representatives.
That's correct. Home education, bonus question. Is a constitutional amendment submitted to the president for approval?
No.
That's correct. Toss-up question. How many articles are in the U.S. Constitution?
7.
7 is correct. Bonus question. Name two ways the United States Constitution separates government powers.
Concurrent powers with the states and 3 branches of government. Shared powers?
Sorry, we cannot give that to you. We would have taken horizontally across the 3 branches of government and vertically between the federal government and the state governments. Moving on to question 4. Question 5, toss-up. A senator may serve how many terms?
They can serve as many terms as they win.
That is correct. Excellent. Fernandina, bonus question 5. What two procedures does Article 5 set forth for the proposal of amendments to the U.S. Constitution?
Two-thirds House and two-thirds. Two-thirds of both houses of government and 3/4 of the state electors.
We will not accept that. It's 2/3 of both. Absolutely.
3/4 to ratify.
Oh, okay.
All right, moving on to toss-up question. The term for a member of the House of Representatives is how many years?
2 years.
That is correct. Fernandina, once again, bonus question. What was the founders' purpose in establishing the separation of powers?
To ensure the decentralization of power.
Judges, will we accept? We will take it. Fernandina, correct. All right. Toss-up. The term for a Supreme Court justice or federal judge is how many years?
Life tenure.
Life tenure is correct. West Nassau, bonus question. What document discussed the issue of factions?
Fed 10. Say it.
I gotta say it. Fed 10.
The Fed 10, which is a shortened word for the Federalist Papers, which we will accept. Absolutely. Toss-up question. I believe it's time for a score update. Is that right?
With 15 points, Fernandina Beach High School. All other teams have 10.
All right, we got ourselves a slugfest, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting. All right, moving on with the next toss-up question. What document did the Constitution replace? West Nassau.
Articles of Confederation.
That is correct. Bonus question for West Nassau. Name 3 types of speech not protected by the First Amendment.
Libel, slander, and obscene speech.
Will we accept? We will. Thank you. Absolutely. Moving on to the next question. Toss-up. Where did the phrase, the United States of America, originate? West Nassau.
The Constitutional Convention.
That is not correct. We will let someone else buzz in. Hilliard.
Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence is correct. Hilliard, bonus question. When is hate speech not allowed by the First Amendment? Hilliard.
When it presents a clear and present danger.
You know, will we accept? We will not accept. We would take when it is used to incite violence. Absolutely. We got the next toss-up question. Which article of the Constitution refers to the House and the Senate? Fernandina.
The first article.
Article 1 is correct. Fernandina, bonus question. What does the 24th Amendment assure can't be abridged?
The 24th Amendment details no poll tax, so you can't pay for the right to vote.
That is correct. All right, toss-up question. The vote of how many states was necessary to ratify the Constitution? Hilliard.
9.
9 is correct. Hilliard, bonus question. What did the Supreme Court rule in the Dred Scott case?
Slaves aren't citizens of the United States?
That is correct. Thank you, Hilliard. Toss-up question. The 13th Amendment outlawed
slavery.
That's correct. West Nassau. Toss-up. This is a bonus question for West Nassau. What did Supreme Court decide in the Korematsu versus United States case?
Japanese internment camps were constitutional?
That is correct. Thank you. Absolutely. And toss-up question. In ratifying the Constitution, did the people vote directly? Home education.
No.
That is correct. All right. We have a bonus question for home ed. What Supreme Court case invalidated state laws prohibiting interracial marriage?
We don't know.
That's a thank you for your honesty. It is the case is Loving versus Virginia. Absolutely. All right, toss-up question. The right to wait, real quick. The right to bear arms is guaranteed by Yulee.
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment, correct. And we have a bonus question for Yulee. Yeah, absolutely. The bonus question is: who is the present Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
We don't know.
That is John Roberts. Absolutely. Moving on from there. Toss-up question. John Marshall's most significant Supreme Court decision is?
Marbury versus Madison?
We'll take it. Is that correct from the judges? Do we accept that? That was not an interrupt. Was it an interrupt? That we can't accept interrupts is what we cannot do. So I was told not to accept this. Is that? Effect. Sorry, we cannot take interrupts. We'll have to disregard that question. Moving on to the next one. If before I finish talking, if we buzz in, then we cannot accept the answer to the question. Moving on, next question. Let's keep it on the vein. Marbury versus Madison ruled on what concept? Yulee.
Judicial review.
That's correct. Yulee, bonus question. Who was the first female justice of the Supreme Court?
Sandra Day O'Connor.
That is correct.
Who's supposed to have the buzzer right now?
It's time for a score update. Now, real quick.
Who's supposed to have the buzzer? We all have it on two people.
Yeah, there was a difference.
Excellent. Now, can we get an official record? Because we are on question. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to question number 18 next. And let's just go ahead and do a remainder problem. 16 would have put us at the number 4 person, so 17 would be...
They're on 2.
We're on 2. Absolutely. So 2. Everyone reset to 2. Thank you so much. I appreciate the quick math from the crowd. I'm an engineer as well. Let's go to a score update.
May we clarify something?
Yes, please.
The written rules permitted interruptions. A change was made prior to the beginning of the competition that will not occur. So we're aware of what the written rules say. The change was made and announced at the beginning of the evening.
Excellent. That is correct. So we must uphold the rules as referenced earlier. All right. So that brings us to the score update.
I would like to make a correction to the previous score. We incorrectly said that West Nassau only had 10 points at the first 5 minutes, and they actually had 15.
Thank you for that update.
And that's included in the current score.
Bernardino Beach has 25. Hilliard has 25. Homeschooling 15, West Nassau 30, and Yulee 25.
All right, reigning champions West Nassau are in the lead. But moving forward from here, ladies and gentlemen, we're back to another toss-up. The Supreme Court is covered in which article of the Constitution? Yulee.
3.
3 is correct. Bonus question for Yulee. What did the Supreme Court in New York Times versus Sullivan decide?
You're allowed to publish anything under your freedom of speech as long as it doesn't incite violence.
Ooh, incite violence is not the right words that I have. We will not accept it. We were looking for libel. They must show intent, malice, or recklessness. So that was what we're looking for. Toss-up. What are the 3 branches of the U.S. government? West Nassau.
Legislative, executive, and judicial.
Thank you. And we have a bonus question for West Nassau. What did Supreme Court in Brown versus Board of Education decide?
No segregation in school.
Oh, I get to say it. Reversed Plessy versus Ferguson and desegregated schools.
That is correct. Thank you. Toss up. In what city was the first Constitutional Congress held? Hilliard. Cutting it close, but we'll give it to you.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is correct, and we have a bonus question for Hilliard. What is an inalienable right?
A right that can't be taken away.
Will we accept? Judges say yes. Excellent. We also would have accepted endowment from the Creator. That is also something we would have accepted. Toss up. Which amendment guarantees the accused the right to a speedy trial?
The Seventh Amendment.
That is close, but we cannot accept because that is wrong. Home education.
The Sixth.
The Sixth is correct. We have a bonus question for home education. Did the 20th Amendment do away with the Electoral College?
No.
That's correct. Toss up. How many Supreme Court justices does the Constitution allow?
9.
Ooh, that is not correct. Ferdinand.
There is no specified number.
That is correct. Excellent. Ferdinand, bonus question. What is the primary government power reserved to the states, and what does it do? That is time. Answer.
Administering taxation.
That is not correct. We would have taken police power, enacts laws. Yes. Oh, it is time for a score update. Let's get back with our favorite scorekeepers.
We have Bernardino Beach High School with 30, Hilliard High School 35, Homeschool 25, West Nassau High School 40, and Yulee High School 30.
All right, so if I'm correct in my head, that's West Nassau is still in the lead. Absolutely. Moving on from there, toss up. What was the greatest number of Supreme Court justices ever? That is Hilliard.
10.
10 is correct. Hilliard, bonus question. What is a democracy?
A system of government where the people have the highest power.
Could you be slightly more specific?
Where people vote to decide on the functions of the government.
Now, will we accept? Now, the answer on the sheets that we were looking for, the judges are talking. We have some actual judges with us tonight. That will determine. Absolutely. Okay, not everybody, but absolutely. Okay, we cannot accept. Sorry, we would have taken. It's a government that decides. Decisions are directly made by a majority vote rather than elected representatives. So we were looking for the direct democracy there. We might also ask why is democracy later, but that's all. Moving on, toss-up question. Which article of the Constitution covers how the Constitution may be amended? Hilliard.
Article 5.
Article 5 is correct. Bonus question once again for Hilliard. Is America a democracy? And if not, what is it?
America is a republic.
That is correct, and that is a redemption on the earlier question. Thank you very much. Moving back to the toss-up. What document lists the unalienable rights as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness?
The Declaration of Independence.
The Declaration of Independence is correct. Now, can we get an official judge, though? We need someone to be the judge of if there is an interruption or not, and I believe that was an interruption, and we are told no interruption. So even though that's correct, we're going to have to reset that question and go back as the official judge of what is interrupting and what is not.
Does that go back to person number 1 then, or person number 2?
Nope, let's keep the buzzers at the same question, if that's okay. Everybody, we're going to redo that question like it never happened, and just imagine that one not happening. We have another question coming for you right now, toss up, And I believe we're at person number 2. If you are at number 2, you are the... Okay, no, we're at 1. Everyone go back to 1. Yes, we're doing the Cupid shuffle. We're going to go to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Absolutely. Now, folks, ladies and gentlemen, toss-up question once again. Which Federalist paper covers impeachment? Yulee.
58.
Now, what a good guess. It is not correct. We'll take one other guess, though. Yes?
51.
51 is close. We're only accepting 2. We'll take one more.
Is it 52?
That is not it as well. It was 65. Absolutely. All right. But, you know, in that same vein, toss-up question, how many Federalist papers were there?
85?
Yes, and that was in Hamilton, so thank you very much for saying that. Bonus question for Yulee. Full faith and credit in the Constitution refers to...
You can spend your money in any state, and it's all the same.
Now, we cannot accept from our official judges. We would have accepted states honoring other states' judicial decisions. Toss-up. Which constitutional power has been used by Congress to greatly expand its regulatory power? Okay, I am so sorry, Yulee. That's not Yulee. That is West Nassau. That's the one I cannot see this way, but that was an early interrupt. We will take buzzing starting now. Bernadina.
The Supremacy Clause?
We cannot accept. We will take one more.
Necessary and Proper Clause.
That is also not correct, and we'll take a third one. Yes.
The power of commerce?
The Commerce Clause is correct. Bonus question for Hilliard. When is it that the President of the Senate may vote?
On a 50-50 tie?
Where?
In the Senate?
That is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to kick it on back to our favorite scorekeepers for the latest score update.
For Fernandina Beach High School, that's 30 points. Hilliard High School, 60 points. Homeschool, 25. West Nassau, 40. And Yulee High School, 35.
Thank you for that update. Name toss-up. And remember, do not buzz in until I say the last word. Name 3 individual liberties protected by the First Amendment.
The right to free speech, the right to exercise any religion, and the right to assemble.
That is correct. Bernadina, bonus question. How many amendments are in the U.S. Constitution?
27.
Excellent. Correct. Toss-up. What does the 16th Amendment allow Congress to do? Yulee.
Federal income tax.
I will say yes. That is lay and collect taxes on incomes. Yulee, bonus question. Which amendment dealt with the Electoral College?
$12.
12 is correct. Toss-up. Name 2 responsibilities, prerogatives of the President expressly set forth in Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution. Ferdinand.
Chief of the military and the leader of the people. Forget the name for it.
Leader of the people is almost correct. We cannot accept, and we will not take any more. Because the first one was right, we cannot take any more answers on this question. So we will reset the buzzers and go again. We would have accepted Commander-in-Chief, grant pardons, make treaties, nominate ambassadors, judges, and other officers. Moving on, next question. Toss-up. What does the 17th Amendment require? Yulee.
It's the election of senators.
That is. What about that election?
By the people.
By the people, correct. Absolutely. Bonus question for Yulee. If a power or prerogative is not granted to the national government, it is expressly retained by who?
The states.
The states is correct. We'll give it to you right there. Absolutely. We have a toss-up question. Which amendment guarantees women the right to vote? Fernandina.
The 19th Amendment.
19th Amendment is correct. We have a bonus question for Fernandina Beach. Which document was Alexander Hamilton most responsible for writing?
The Federalist Papers.
Yes, that was also in Hamilton, so excellent, right there. Boom, that was the Federalist Papers, so thank you. Toss-up question. Which chamber of Congress has the authority to bring articles of impeachment?
The House of Representatives.
The House is correct. And bonus question for West Nassau. What is double jeopardy and what amendment deals with double jeopardy?
It is the Fifth Amendment, and double jeopardy is when you can't be tried twice for the same crime.
That is correct. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another toss-up question. What chamber of Congress tries an official on the articles of impeachment? Fernandina.
The Senate.
Senate is correct. Fernandina Beach, bonus question. What does the Second Amendment grant?
The right to bear arms.
Excellent. Good question. Good answer. Correct. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to another toss-up question. Toss-up. What vote is needed in the Senate for a conviction of the impeached party? Fernandina.
2/3 of all senators present.
That is correct. Bonus question for Fernandina. What is the quote-unquote lame duck amendment and what did it change?
It is the 20th Amendment, which changed the date of presidents getting their power from March 4th to January 20th.
That was way more specific, but exactly what we needed. So thank you. And it's time for a score update because we have 5 minutes left, and here is the score update.
Fernandina Beach, 70. Hilliard High School, 60. Homeschool, 25. West Nassau, 50. And Yulee High School, 55.
It is anybody's ball game with only 5 minutes left in the competition. We're looking forward to finish this thing out in style. Toss-up question. In addition to its delegated powers, the Supreme Court held in McCullough versus Maryland that Congress has what other important source of power? West Nassau.
Supremacy over the states.
Will we take that? We will not take that. One more answer. Fernandina.
The ability to regulate commerce between states.
That is not correct. And we can, did Yulee just answer, or was that was West Nassau? Yulee. And time, we cannot take that, I'm so sorry. It was implied power. Moving on to the next question, we have toss-up. When can states approve religious tests for congressmen? Hilliard.
There are none.
Never is correct. We have a toss-up, a bonus question for Hilliard. Bonus question. In which Federalist paper did James Madison spell out the division of powers of the states and the federal government?
84.
84 was about half that. It's 45, so we're sorry we cannot accept 84. We have a toss-up question. How many presidents have been impeached? Fernandina.
3.
3 is correct. 3 is correct. Sorry, home ed. We've already got Fernandina. Fernandina, bonus question. Is it constitutional for the government to spend more money than it takes in?
Yes.
That's right. They do it all the time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another toss-up question. Who was the first president to be impeached? Hilliard.
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson is correct. Bonus question for Hilliard. Hilliard, which article discusses a sales tax and what does it say about its constitutionality? $6 seconds.
The 16th Amendment.
We're looking for an article.
The sixth article?
That was close. It was Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, and it's fine as long as it's uniform throughout the United States. This will be the final question, ladies and gentlemen. I am making sure the buzzers are reset. Final question, final toss-up. Who is the President of the Senate? Ferdinand.
The Vice President.
Vice President is correct. Ferdinand Beach, final bonus question. Name at least 3 crimes specifically mentioned in the Constitution.
Treason, bribery, and piracy.
And just to confirm, that is correct. Thank you, Fernandina. Now, that is the end of the game, and we're going to go back to our favorite scorekeepers one last time to find out the final scores of round 1. Keep in mind, the top 2 teams will be making it on to the final round 2. And if I could ask that the scorekeepers say them in increasing numbers so we can have dramatic suspense. Absolutely.
Okay, with 25 points, home school. With 50 points, West Nassau High School. With 55 points, Yulee High School. With 70 points, Hilliard High School. And with 90, Fernandina Beach High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we will take a brief intermission, and if you're watching at home, you'll see me in just a second somewhere else. So we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to another great round. One more time, could we please give it up for all of the students who came out, because they know so much. They certainly do. So thank you so much. We'll see you momentarily.
Well, first of all, I think the foundation is important because it educates our students in Nassau County about the Constitution and the founders of our Constitution. I think that the program is important because it recognizes the upcoming leaders within our community and country by giving them an outlet to explain their thoughts and views on the subject at hand. It gives them a chance to be highlighted or recognized by our community and gives scholarship. Well, I've looked at the curriculum in past years, and it's intense, but you know, as a 20-year plus lawyer, now judge, I'm very impressed with the curriculum and the speakers that are chosen to participate in the curriculum and teach the students. They'll take that in their later life. They may not be judges, attorneys, but most likely they'll be leaders. And we need that strong leadership within our community and our country to make sure our country stays as it should be with we the people.
Welcome back. It is so good that you're sticking with us through halftime. It is. We'll get right back to the competition, but in the meantime, we have he's a judge for the evening, but he's also a judge regularly. This is Judge Soud. So thank you so much, sir, for being with us. And I'm told that you're also a lecturer with the program?
I am, and so it's been going on now for a number of years, and the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation hosts twice a year the University of Us, or the University of U.S., implementing and making sure that we take our efforts to share with students the foundations of the government, the foundations of the principles of government, to guide them to contribute to the government in a future year, and it's something I'm proud to be a part of.
Hey, that is great news. And Judge Sal, just as the moderator, thank you for being a judge. How do you think the students are doing tonight?
Well, I was joking with Dr. Foster. They have their acts far more together than I did at their age. They know a lot of questions. They know a lot of answers. Some of their answers are precise to the question, and so it's encouraging. It kind of renews your hope for what lay ahead in the country.
Absolutely. And do you believe that this is how do you see that these students are going to make an impact in our future?
Well, I think it's important for them that whatever they pursue and whatever they do for a career, whether it's plumber, electrician, whether it's Congress, whether it's the judiciary or some executive office, it's important for us to understand every citizen has a role to play in our country. Every citizen has to have a proper understanding of our government, because whether you're in elected office or whether you're holding the elected officers accountable, you have to understand what our country is and how it was designed to function.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you for being with us tonight, Judge. We'll see you back out there.
What you do.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day.
And up next, we have Dr. Foster is with us as well. Dr. Foster, thank you for being and I made the comment you were a judge tonight because you are a judge tonight. And we're going to take one step forward on that magic T right there so we can be right in the shot. Dr. Foster, how do you feel that these students are performing tonight? And how do you feel that they're going to be making a showing in our country in the future?
Well, they're doing really well. These are very complicated questions for the most part, and the students are doing extremely well. And I think there's nothing more important than trying to educate the future leaders of our country in the values and goals and traditions of our republic. So I'm all on board with everything.
Hey, thank you so much for doing that. And I'm also aware that you are a lecturer for this organization. Is that right? Could you talk about some of your lecturing experience and talk about how these kids perform all year?
Well, I've been a law professor, a college professor of law, and I worked for 25 years in the Court of Appeals dealing with decisions that these kids are learning, these students are learning about. And in my lectures, I try to give them some sense of the development of the Constitution from the beginning to now. And I think that they're remarkable, actually, in their ability to grasp very difficult concepts and in their enthusiasm. So it's been a joy for me, too.
Absolutely. Dr. Foster, not only thank you for tonight, but thank you for your continuing dedication to our community and as well to this event and to this organization all year. So we're looking forward to seeing you back out there for round 2. So it's going to be good. And up next, we have another judge who's with us, Judge Falgreen. Thank you so much for being here today, sir. We truly appreciate your time tonight, making an appearance and being a judge out here at the event. Could you talk about how are these students? Do you see maybe a little bit of yourself in these students, or what are you thinking when you see these students here?
Well, I do. 2 years ago, my son Joshua competed in the Constitution Bowl and was on the winning West Nassau team. So as a father, I'm very proud of that. And these are our future leaders. It's important that they understand the foundation of our democracy is the Constitution. We're a nation of laws and not of men, as John Adams said. And as Benjamin Franklin said, we have a Constitution if we can keep it. And so to keep it, we've got to understand it. And this Constitution Bowl and the University of the U.S., which is supported by the foundation, the Scholarship Foundation, is guaranteeing our future where we remain a nation of laws.
Judge, do you see the Constitution being used in the future, or do you see a need for us to all know about the Constitution moving into tomorrow?
Absolutely. There's a reason why it's survived this long, and there's a reason why the rest of the world looks fondly upon us. And unless we study it, we're going to lose it. It's the foundation, it's the rock, it's the platform on which everything is built. So this is critical, it's great, it's civics on steroids, and great to be part of it.
Thank you, Judge, and we really appreciate your time being out here tonight and being with us as we move forward. So we look forward to seeing you again real soon, back out there in the competition.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And Ms. Susan, thank you so much for being with us today. It is an honor. Up next, and could you talk about your participation with this organization, because it truly is a great organization. I know that Susan. Ms. Susan, one more time, what was your last name? Milana, absolutely. Hey, it is an honor to be with you today, and thank you for helping put this event on and having me here to help this. Ms. Susan, could you talk about all the hard work that went into setting up such an event, because it truly is the premier the premier Constitution event for Nassau County?
Well, it's not really something that I've done as I'm a volunteer, I'm a donor, because I think this organization has a significant impact on our young people. And I think that all of the people from the board and the volunteer base and the schools and the principals and the coaches for the program all bring something to these students, as well as the students bringing knowledge to us and understanding of what they need, what they want, and what they're hoping for their future.
Absolutely. And I'll jump on this. Susan Milana, we put this on, and you nailed this. I just got to say thank you for volunteering, and it truly is just as good. Last year, the bar was set high, as you know, for a Constitution Bowl, but this year, with all the new what's going on out there today, it is truly a higher bar. And so, could you touch on why you believe the Constitution is necessary for all of our students to know going forward?
Well, I think understanding, the knowledge and the understanding of the Constitution is critical for every citizen of America. And our students can always use more understanding and more knowledge in addition to what they're getting in school. This gives them a chance to take the time after school and take additional time in order to study and to learn and to truly grasp the importance of their role as a citizen of our country and also as a future voter. I wish everyone in America could participate in something like this.
Absolutely. And from experience as a former Nassau County student, I truly wish that such an event was put on 10 years ago. But I'm so glad we're able to put it on today because I think we're making a difference, not just in Nassau County, but all around Florida and the whole southeastern United States. So again, thank you for that. And again, thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you back in the event. Miss Susan Milana, everybody. It's a real pleasure to have you. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. And we'll see you real soon back in the Constitution Bowl, second ever. Thank you.
In 2019, I was part of the University of Us program. It was my first year in it. It was their third year having the program. I went through all the classes, I did the test, passed, wrote the scholarship, won an essay scholarship off of that, and then I also was a part of the Constitution Quiz Bowl, and my team won that. The Constitution is something that you don't need to just know as a lawyer, as somebody who's going to be in the legislature, or anything like that. Knowing the Constitution is something you should do as a voter, as a citizen. Being civically engaged is not only for those in politics or in a courthouse. Being civically engaged is being a citizen and being active in your community. And so going through the program and having that inside, in-depth knowledge of the Constitution, I can now apply that as a student in my everyday life, knowing how to actually talk to congresspeople and make my voice heard instead of just going around and making statements without really knowing where to go or how to work the system or why the system is the way it is. We the people is not just something that is we the educated or we the rich. It is we the people. It is everybody, from the poorest of the poor to the richest of the rich, to the most uneducated to the most educated. We're all in this together as a nation, as a state, as a community, and not just this is about me or this is about you and there's a we versus them kind of mindset. It's us working together to really create positive change.
Still see it. Excellent.
That's why I didn't buy food.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to lead off real quick before we start. We're going to start with a buzzer check. So if you guys could do Toss up. You guys got it? Let's go back to Hilliard. Excellent. We're going to be good to go. So same format applies with the passing it down. Wow, Hilliard versus, we got Pirates versus Big Red. It'll be good. Yeah, that's good. Flash. The Flashes. Yeah, exactly. That was that's good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. It was so great that we had really a slugfest, truly, of the first round. If you are just tuning in, 5 teams entered the Thunderdome of Constitution knowledge, and 2 teams are left remaining. We have Ferdinand Beach High School Pirates. That's a good time to jump on and cheer on the Pirates, absolutely. And they are facing off versus your Hilliard Flashes. But ladies and gentlemen, scholarships are on the line. Both teams here tonight will be winning, walking out of the door of Yulee Auditorium with a scholarship. Keep in mind that first place team, they are all going to be awarded $1,000 scholarships no matter where they go to college. So we are looking forward to that. In second place, you're still getting $250 each, whoever that is. It's going to be an exciting stuff. So we're looking forward to a great end to our competition. But without further ado, let's get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, Pirates versus Flashes, toss-up. In the Supreme Court case, Miranda versus Arizona, what was decided? Ferdinand.
That before you are questioned by police, you must have your rights read to you.
That is correct. We have a bonus question. Ferdinand, how many states can be added to the Union? How can states be added to the Union? Thank you so much. Yeah, there was a word there.
A majority vote by Congress. And yeah.
That is correct. Yes, we were looking for both our houses, but that's it. That's it. Yes, you're right. That's correct. Toss-up question. The Supreme Court case, District of Columbia versus Heller, held. And I'll say it one more time. The Supreme Court case, District of Columbia versus Heller, held. We will accept that no one knows this and move on. A citizen has the constitutional right to possess firearms at the home for self-defense. Toss-up, once again. How many terms did George Washington serve as president?
2.
Hilliard.
2.
2 is correct. Bonus question for Hilliard. What was the Constitutional Convention's Connecticut Compromise?
It created the Senate, and where there's proportional representation of 2 senators for each state.
You know, we'll have to go to the judges on that one. That is, we were looking for, the Senate would have 2 members and the House would have representatives based on population. So it was the slightly opposite. Next toss-up question. Which important document did first discuss the importance of separation of powers? And that's Hilliard.
The Federalist Papers?
Federalist Papers is correct. Once again, bonus question for Hilliard. The bonus question is, name at least one reason the Articles of Confederation failed.
The government didn't have the power to tax. Federal government.
We will accept. Yes, that is a good answer. Toss-up question. Which founder believed the U.S. Constitution should be limited to a number of years? And we will, that was slightly early, we will allow Hilliard to buzz in.
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson is correct. We'll give you the bonus. Bonus for Hilliard. Who was the first black Supreme Court justice?
Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, toss-up question. And you know what? I'm going to put my hand down when it is time. And we are going to go ahead and skip this question and go to question number 48. Here we go. When I put my hand down, that is when we are done. So it is, Montesquieu is most associated with which doctrine?
Separation of powers.
Separation of powers is correct. Bonus question for Hilliard. Must a member of the House of Representatives be a resident of the district he or she represents?
No.
And could you clarify where they have to live?
They have to live within that state that they
That is correct, absolutely. Toss-up question. How many ways can an amendment be ratified? Hilliard.
2 ways.
That is correct, 2 ways. That is 10 minutes left, so we will go to a score update with our favorite scorekeepers.
You're not going to do the bonus for that?
We can do the bonus before the score update. The score update will occur after this bonus question for Hilliard, which is, what is meant by the word veto in the presidential powers? And we're looking for a definition of the word.
Veto means to reject the content of the bill.
Is that what we're looking for, judges? We say yes to that, and so now we go to the score update.
The score in round 2 is Fernandina Beach High School, 10. Hilliard High School, 45.
We will repeat that out for the audience outside of here. That microphone not. It is a close, nail-biting game. 45 Hilliard to 10 the Pirates. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we are right now, and we will continue on from here. 10 minutes left in the program. Absolutely. Toss-up. Which group was against ratifying the Constitution? Fernandina.
The Anti-Federalists.
The Anti-Federalists is correct. Bonus question, Fernandina. Would Congress need a constitutional amendment to bring the Supreme Court to 15 judges?
No.
No is correct. Thank you, Fernandina. Toss-up question. Did George Washington receive the unanimous vote of the electors in his first term? Fernandina. Yes. He did. That is correct. Bonus question, Fernandina. What does the 15th Amendment assure?
Be restricted based upon race. The right to vote will not be restricted based off of race.
That is correct. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, toss-up question. Which amendment states that the federal government is specifically restricted from exercising any power not granted to it by the states? Fernandina.
The 10th Amendment.
10th Amendment is correct. Bonus question, Fernandina. What was John Marshall's position before becoming Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? Ten seconds. Time.
A lawyer?
Lawyer was a good idea. He might have been, but we were looking for Secretary of State. Absolutely. Moving on down the line, we have a toss-up question. How many amendments are in the Bill of Rights? Hilliard.
10.
10's right. Bonus question. Hilliard. Who was the only president to have more than 2 terms?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
That's correct. Toss-up question. Who killed Alexander Hamilton? Ferdinand.
Aaron Burr.
That was Aaron Burr, sir. That's right. Moving on down the line. This is a perfect opportunity to use the Hamilton references I've been building up. It's very good. Ladies and gentlemen, bonus question for Nadina. What did McCulloch versus Maryland decide?
It assured that the federal government held power over state laws.
You know, that seems we will not accept. We were looking for implied powers and therefore the right to regulate interstate commerce. Moving on to the next toss-up question. What constitutional amendment provided term limits for the president?
25.
That is not correct. Hilliard.
22.
22 is correct. Bonus question, Hilliard. What did South Dakota versus Dole decide? Ten seconds.
I don't know.
Who has the power to spend? That was a tough one. Toss up. How old must a U.S. Senator be to serve?
30.
30 is right. Bonus question, Fernandina. Can a member of the president's cabinet also sit in the House or Senate?
No.
The answer is no. Correct. We have another toss-up question. In order for a public figure to prevail in a defamation suit, she must prove the criticism was made with what?
Malicious intent.
That is correct. Bonus question, Hilliard. Did the Supreme Court label Social Security an insurance plan or a welfare plan?
It's an insurance plan?
The Supreme Court has held it is a welfare plan. Sorry, we cannot accept insurance plans. Toss-up question. Who was chosen to preside over the Constitutional Convention?
George Washington.
George G. Dubs is right. Moving on to the bonus question for Nadina. Which article makes a national sales tax constitutional, and what must it do in that regard?
Article 1, and it must be uniform.
That's correct. Fernandina. We will accept that question as it is on the official list of questions, which we have to go down the list of questions. Moving forward to the next toss-up question, 5 minutes left. We will go get an official score update.
We have, with 60 points, Fernandina Beach High School. With 65 points, Hilliard High School. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Give it up for our students. With 5 minutes left, wow, what a truly a Cinderella story. Fernandina Beach making a comeback throughout the first half. It is anyone's ball game, a real nail-biter at 60-65 in case you're watching at home and couldn't hear the score update. So we are so excited to finish this game. 5 minutes left, 5 minutes difference. Let's go. Toss-up question. Who was the oldest man at the Constitutional Convention? Ferdinand.
Benjamin Franklin.
Ben Franklin's right. Bonus question. Which 21st century Supreme Court justice was famous for being a constitutional textualist and originalists? 21st century, just to make sure I repeat that. Five seconds.
John Roberts.
That is almost right. It is Judge Scalia is who we were looking for.
I couldn't remember his name.
Toss-up question. Was Thomas Jefferson at the Constitutional Convention and why? We
No.
have Fernandino. The answer is no. Why?
He was in France,
He was in France. That's right.
helping with the revolution.
Excellent. We have a bonus question for Fernandina. What is the biggest limit to judicial review?
The amendment process.
We cannot accept. We're looking for the Supreme Court can only review and decide on cases brought before it. That brings us back to the next toss-up. How old does a citizen have to be to hold the office of president? Hilliard.
35.
35 is correct. Bonus question, Hilliard. Bonus question, which writer of the Federalist Papers became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court?
John Jay.
John Jay is correct. Toss-up. Which branch of government is responsible for establishing the post office and borrowing money on the credit? Hilliard.
Legislative branch?
We will accept legislative because that is Congress, which is on the sheet. We will accept, and we will go to the bonus question. What amendment provides that if the president is removed from office, dies, or resigns, the vice president shall become the president?
25th Amendment?
25th Amendment is correct. Toss-up question. Do members of Congress get extra compensation for their work on committees? Fernandina.
No, they do not.
They do not. That is correct. Bonus question, Fernandina. James Madison is known for his involvement with the Federalist Papers. What major position did he later hold?
He became president?
He became president. That's right. Fourth president. Toss-up question. Who were the two lead writers of the Federalist Papers? Fernandina.
Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson.
That is close, but we were looking for James Madison and Alexander Hamilton. But we got the bonus question right just a second ago, so that was we cannot accept that answer. Moving on to the next toss-up. Who was George Washington's vice president? Hilliard.
John Adams.
John Adams is right. Bonus question for Hilliard. Bonus question. Who is third in line to replace the president?
Speaker of the House.
That is not correct. And because it's a bonus question, we don't give it to anybody else. It is the president pro temp of the Senate. Toss-up question. Is it possible to impeach a justice of the Supreme Court?
Yes.
The answer is yes. Bonus question for Nadina. Which document is pubulus associated with?
The Federalist Papers.
Federalist Papers is correct. Absolutely right. Two more questions. We have time for two more. Ladies and gentlemen, these will be the final two questions. Toss-up. What amendment guarantees the right of trial by jury in a civil case? Fernandina.
The Sixth Amendment.
That is incorrect. Hilliard.
Seventh Amendment?
Seventh Amendment is correct. Bonus question for Hilliard. Which amendment grants citizens over the age of 18 the right to vote? It's a bonus.
The 26th Amendment?
26 is correct. Toss-up. Full faith and credit is covered by which article of the Constitution?
The fifth.
Fifth is close.
Fourth?
Fourth is correct. Hilliard, bonus question. Which amendment bars states from denying any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of law?
14th Amendment?
14th Amendment is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our final question. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the final results of what happened here tonight, could we give it up one more time for all the students who participated? It was hard questions. It was grueling competition, but good news, we've got some scholarships to award. Could we please go to the scorekeepers to hear what are the final total and what are the final scores?
Still in deliberation.
We are in deliberation. We have some debates, but with that, we will keep talking because, ladies and gentlemen, we have people watching at home, and I'm told that's something called dead air, and that's not something we're going to have with the cameras. And feel free to watch this back at home. I'm getting the signal.
So we're getting a score update?
The score update.
Final score. The final score. Frontenac Beach High School, 90. Hilliard High School, 110.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 2021 Constitution Bowl is Hilliard. Ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you the man who made this all possible tonight, Howard Pines.
That's terrific, great job. So the winners of the scholarships, 1,000 each, are Savannah Russell, one of our favorite students, George Dunn, amazing, Tristan Roddenberry, and Chase Connor, who came on the team. And much closer than last year. It was really, last year was a blowout. This year you guys really came on. And we have, I hope I can pronounce it right, J.P. Nedklu, Jacob Wazinski, Kiwawa Dempsey, and Jack Curley. And you guys get $250 each, and we will be sending you that, and you'll get a notice of it, and you'll be able to apply for it. Thank you, guys. And Kathy, did I lose her? There she is.
We follow Howard's directions.
Yeah, sure.
Did you learn anything this evening?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
One thing we should have all learned is how smart these kids are. Are they not? Let's give them all another round of applause. And I just want to thank the U.S. Constitution Scholarship Foundation. Even though this has been an unusual year, they have been relentless in planning and preparing for this event, giving, and doing so much for our students in our school district. We are very fortunate to have them in our corner and working for us and our kids and awarding so many scholarships. So let's give them a round of applause this evening. And so now we have the giant trophy award to Hilliard Middle Senior High School. Come on up, Hilliard. Congratulations.
Michelle, you going to come up? And Robert?
Yes,
come
let's
up?
have their sponsors come up.
That's great. You guys got to keep.
And let's give a round of applause to their sponsors as well.
And that's it, folks. Thank you for coming. It was a great event. It was a lot closer than last year. It was exciting, and we'll do it again next year. Take care.